Waking up with us. Welcome to Today on this Saturday morning. The gang's all here today.
We're getting the band back together.
How
nice
was
to see
New Year's?
you, ladies.
I feel like I
haven't seen
you since the end of December.
Yeah, you had a well-deserved vacation.
All is good. Fortunately, it's quiet at the White House, right? So we got a lot of news to talk about, and we'll be back at it. But
Good morning, Dylan.
Good morning, guys. It is going to be a rainy day for the Northeast today. And we also have a little bit of a wintry mix on the northern edge of this storm through central New York and into southern Vermont and southern New Hampshire. That will get replaced by rain. But in the meantime, for this morning, we do have some winter weather advisories for a few folks in that area. So this whole storm system comes in with some warm temperatures. So once we transition over to rain, where it is a little icy right now, it will stay as rain. It exits by the time we go into late today and overnight, and then just some lake effect snow will kick in as we go into tomorrow, but winds will become very gusty. So we could see some delays up and down the East Coast today at the airports through Boston into New York City, even Washington, D.C., again, because of the combination of areas of heavier rain and some gusty winds up to about 20 to 30 miles per hour. We are looking for most of our rain to fall across southeastern Massachusetts and the southern Rhode Island, too. Those areas could pick up about 1.5 inches of rain. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Dylan. Still to come, the latest on the
series of storms approaching the West Coast. We've had a bit of a break, but we are going to see rain move into the coastal areas from Washington through Oregon and down into northern California. This will move inland and produce a lot of snow, especially for the mountains as we go into tonight and into tomorrow, too. So we are going to see this storm system continue to produce across Northern California. That could lead to the potential.
You're not alone.
Yes, but there's an unlikely group that's joined the weight loss movement, elephants.
NBC's Ron Mott traveled to St. Louis for a slightly different Battle of the Bulge.
Okay, so they're a little thick around the rump, and C News, St. Louis.
I was just going to say, Raja, my only advice to you is don't comment on the lady elephants.
There you go.
That's your issue.
Learn something every day. How about that?
9,500 pounds.
Wow. Good stuff. All right, coming up, if you have some resolutions as well, stick around. We have the newest fitness trends that'll help you get into shape this year. We'll be back after this. Look at that. That's what my son was doing, and my husband.
He's empathetic.
He was feeling empathetic,
You know
which
what
I don't know
where that
came
because he
from.
got it in the practice.
Yes.
He was just doing it. So
Yes.
it made it seem like.
But that was kind of obviously a tactic, but a messed up move on the Eagles' part to call timeout a second
that's what you
before
have
the
to
guy
do,
kicks
right?
the ball.
Kicker.
I mean, it worked.
You have to do it.
So that was one of your weekend highlights. How about you?
Well, Nick and I had a kind of a guys' weekend. We went.
Welcome back. This morning we're launching our Start Today series.
And the first thing we're tackling may sound simple enough, just getting it done. But we all know that's not always possible.
It can be anything from getting healthy to finding happiness to your everyday routine.
So we thought we'd shed a little light on our own lives and share the reality of trying to get it done each day. Go downstairs. Make Nick's breakfast. I'm keto. I usually bring her an egg muffin. I make one for myself, two for Nick.
The live segments for the 7 to 8 o'clock hour. This is part of the morning ritual. I guess they call it journaling. I like to just, put my thoughts down on paper, and I always end with something that I am grateful for. The last part's a photocopy idea. And then I go across the street to 1A for the show. The first show. The 7 a.m. Or MSNBC as well. Now this, but that.
Thank you, guys. Bye, everybody. Okay. Thank you. Here's the one thing I will say. I don't have any days that are the same. So the good thing is I was able to take the kids to school. My son had a parent breakfast, so I sat down on the floor with him. He showed me his school projects. I had to get up, took the train, just finished the show, and now I'm here. So after today, or after the show...
Say hi and bring see you again.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, pals. How you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, we're talking about a day in the life of the Today Show. Yeah, all that good stuff.
There's so much stuff.
There's just so much stuff.
Are you kidding me?
I went to a parent breakfast this morning, had a croissant. I did the
your real life stuff. No, this is work. This is you're only here.
But that's the real thing. It's like that, and then now this. Oh, they don't know that we're really juggling. I've been on the train 3 times already.
We're not real people. No. Bye, guys.
Cheers. Happy New Year. It's not so cool. New year, new me, new year, new me. So after I leave here, in this part of my life, I have decided, new year, new me, I'm going to exercise. So I'm taking a fitness class with the millennials of the Today Show, where I hear they have a live DJ. Hi, millennials!
Hey, come on in. Show. Tonight's a little bit different because there's a big storm in the middle of the country, so I have to go back in to do a forecast for nightly. I love my schedule because the craziness of work usually happens in the morning, but then I get a lot of time with Calvin during the day. Tonight I'm just reworking leftovers into some sort. I have leftover meat and I hate to throw it out. This is our evening. It's like full-on quality time. Coming in? I should probably get on the train and get to nightly, but I don't want to miss dinner time with Calvin. So I'll have a bite, okay? Try it. It's really yummy. Want to try it? Yeah. Plenty of time. My nightly news hit is done. I am back in. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, Shadow.
Shadow?
Nice.
Oh, I enjoyed that.
That was
It's
great.
fun to see what you all do because I always think, man, I've been on my feet all day, but it's reassuring to know that, well, you guys have been too. You're getting it done.
Well, look, to me, I found order is the best recipe for this. But look, everybody at home probably has the same issue. The only difference is they're not on TV, but they're juggling just as hard as anybody.
But it's still what I underestimated with this job. Your adrenaline still comes up even when we're talking to you right now. So then by the time it's over, you have to pump yourself back up again just to get everyday things done like cooking. So, but I appreciated that.
Good to see you keeping it clean in 2019.
That's it.
All right, core strength and flexibility, Rich, these are two things that go hand in hand.
They are, and being strong isn't just about big biceps or carrying people on your back. Your body needs strength all day, every day, to protect yourself from injury, but also to push you to do the things you want to do in your everyday life. You don't just get that by lifting weights. You get it by combining weights with body weight exercises and with things you maybe never tried before, like Pilates or yoga, to push you to use your muscles in ways you didn't know that you could before. So we're going to be doing that over this 10-week program. We're going to be.
Is that a good plan?
That's a great plan.
Yeah, and you want
10
that
out of 10.
squeeze in the glute there, right?
That's
That's
right.
really going to be.
That's right.
How long can you hold that?
Dylan's already fit. She started it. She did it for 1 minute and 20 seconds.
What?
Already?
I did.
Yeah.
Our goal is to double it by the end.
Craig, what did you do?
I haven't planked you.
I just want to beat Craig. I've turned this into a competition.
Versus each other? I thought you were on the
That's a
team.
great team.
That's not going to be.
Have you ever planked or have you done Pilates?
I'm not a big Pilates guy. I'm not a big
No,
plank
I've never
guy.
done Pilates or yoga or any of
Running
that.
weights. That's kind of my.
Have you ever eaten salmon on a plank? It's delicious. It's good. The wood doesn't burn. All right, guys. Well, listen, another thing for people at home, because we want you guys to get involved as well. And Liz, Rich, the buddy part of this, why is that important?
Oh, it's so huge. Having a workout buddy makes you accountable. There's tons of research on this. People say if they have somebody to meet for a workout, they're 80% more likely to stick with it. And some studies have even reported you're a third more likely to lose weight on your program. Not that that's the goal here, but it's a nice side benefit.
Why wouldn't we? And it's a lot more fun.
This is going to be fun.
All right, you guys ready to get started? All right, now we want you at home to join all of the weekly workout plans that we're going to put up, by the way, are going to be at today.com. So pick a team that's in line with maybe your fitness goals. Tweet us your progress. You can play along with them. Use the hashtag GetFitToday. Guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Liz, Rich, you've got your work cut out. Thank you so much. Coming up next,
you do.
we've got some music to get you moving from George Ezra's in the building. Good to have George here. But first, this is Today on NBC. Good luck, everyone.
Rockefeller Plaza.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. I am Dylan here with Al, Craig, and Jill. Thanks for joining us.
I hope you're feeling better.
My husband just texted me, Brian. He's mad at me because apparently he had a dream and I cheated on him in the dream. So now he's not talking to me.
Oh, wow. That's okay.
That ever happened when a dream feels so real that you wake up in the morning and think, like, your mind's all out of whack?
2 nights ago, I called my boyfriend furious.
Because
Because Brian was cheating on him.
Because Brian cheated on Dylan in the dream. It's a real thing. Do you, after marriage of how many years?
Mm-hmm.
How many years?
24 years.
24.
Ever strange dreams like that?
Yeah. I mean, I think we all have something like
it's
that.
It's just weird. I don't know. That just happens.
Brian, forgive her.
Yes.
Forgive her.
I didn't do it. It's not real.
Yes.
That's what Eric said too. He said, I didn't do anything. I can't be mad at me.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, big Oscars news overnight. We've been talking a lot about what's going to happen, and who's, if anyone, is going to host this year. Of course, comedian Kevin Hart was originally supposed to do it. He dropped around, but and now for the first time in 3 decades, Variety reports the Oscars may go without a host altogether. Last time was in 1989,
right.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why.
There was a new producer, Alan Carr.
Okay.
And he decided to try to shake things up. And the other people are losers, which they are.
Yes.
But it doesn't
But
quite
it's softened.
That show, by the way, was widely panned. The 89 show without a host.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they go along, and I don't know, I feel like whoever is that celebrity who does the talking first will almost seem like the host. I don't know. I think it could be weird. I get excited for the Oscars, and I'm a little less excited this year.
See, I used to look for the Billy Crystal opening montage.
To have a host now, to me, it's just people are afraid to do it because of all the controversy. Yeah, I look for it. I mean, that to me is like the big celebrity. And now, will it be shorter? Will the speeches be longer? Will the music play less?
No.
Time? Will they give them more time?
It'll still go on forever, and nobody will care.
I think it's also hard to be the host, in this environment. I mean, perfect example, Andy Samberg and Sandra Oh, they just kind of owned the fact that we're going to be as nice as possible and compliment everyone. And, so I feel like it would be hard to take on that role.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
somebody will do it, and they'll have a good time.
So what are we calling Keir Simmons now? The international correspondent?
He's our senior international correspondent.
Senior international.
Global. Universal.
International. Keir, whatever you are, you're rocking it. And we've got some news that came in from the royal family.
It's freezing here, Dylan.
Right. Well, guess what, Keir? It's winter in London. What a surprise! I'm amazed. My gosh, there's a giant mammoth on the front lawn here at Kensington Palace.
Of all the impressions Roker does, his Keir Simmons is hands down the studio favorite.
Pretty solid. Nailed it.
I don't know why you have me come on, because Al's so good.
That's why we have you come on, just so I can make fun of you.
Keir doesn't even know what he was going to talk about.
The Royals, that's it, the Royals. And we're talking about Meghan, who's just been given all of these royal...
Now, Keir, sorry, in your best Al Roker accent, we hear that Duchess Kate celebrated her 37th birthday yesterday. So, speaking like Al, tell us about that.
Yeah, I am not doing an Al Roker accent bit. I do think one thing, though, Al, what would Diana think? If she was here, I think she'd straighten them both out.
Well, that's right. And brothers, that usually happens. Somebody's got to...
It can happen.
Assert themselves.
Ebbs and flows. I mean, that comes back around.
And Keir, did you know that we have a 6 degrees of Meghan Markle right here? Meghan was on Suits. Dylan Dreyer was on Suits.
I was also on Suits. Meghan actually gave... Look at it. It's me right there with her.
Look at that.
There we go. We didn't say a word to each other. No, she actually gave me a whole behind-the-scenes tour of Suits. She took me through the closet because the clothes are fantastic on that show. She took me through the closet. She picked out that dress for me to try on. She showed me all the shoes. I mean...
She's a girl's girl,
I thought from then on we'd be BFF, but she never called my...
She didn't call?
She didn't.
Hey, Keir, I've got a question. The Queen giving Meghan these duties, is that kind of her put?
We'll see you then.
Hey, guys, before we hand this over to you, tomorrow we've got Spike Lee to talk about Black Klansman.
What do you guys have coming up?
Oh, we have Neil Patrick Harris, and it's Thursday, Ambush Makeovers.
Oh, I love that.
Have you ever heard of it?
A few times.
Favorite franchise.
We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a great show.
Oh, thank you. We will. Hey, nice talking.
More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.
Due to traffic, it is 33 degrees.
This weekend, Dylan's here with more on that. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, huge storm rolled through the East Coast last night. We saw about 2 to 3.5 inches of rain across parts of the Northeast. And look at this, more wet weather already moving into the Philadelphia area, northern Delaware, moving through Delaware, moving through southern New Jersey as well. That's the real heavy stuff. Also through south central New York State, where we're seeing some of that heavier rain. But watch what happens. Today, we'll get some breaks this afternoon, still windy, still cold. And then the secondary area of low pressure slowly rides up the east coast. So North Carolina, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Delaware, then again up into the northeast and including New England. Most of the day Sunday will be in and out of pockets of heavier rain and lots of clouds. At times we'll get breaks, but then more wet weather moves in. Most of the activity Monday will be in the morning for the Mid-Atlantic, and then through the day mostly across New England, and then it will finally exit as we go into Monday night, and then everything turns around for tomorrow. Now we could see an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain, higher amounts still yet to fall across southeastern Massachusetts, into Rhode Island. The heaviest totals will be along the coast, closer to that area of low pressure. Also want to point out that back through Kansas into Oklahoma, Texas, an area that is totally saturated, we are still looking at an additional 3 to 4 inches of rain. Especially through the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. So that's another area that is still dealing with this wet weather. Kristen.
Dylan, your first forecast was filled with nothing but rain and storms. How's the rest of the country looking?
There are good places today across the country. We've got really nice weather through the Midwest. Temperatures a little cooler than average, mid to upper 60s, but still you'll see a whole lot of sunshine. A little bit of shower activity across the Dakotas and also pretty stormy down through Texas, again, with more rain likely. But let's focus on the West Coast, where we're looking at a whole lot of sunshine, which unfortunately you guys could need the rain, but it's just not in the right place for you. It's also going to be pretty hot down in the Southwest, temperatures in the triple digits, and in the Pacific Northwest, beautiful, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast. Back to you guys in D.C., where the weather's not much better than here in New York.
Yeah, 54, I think, right now outside and pretty gray. Dylan, thanks. Still to come, bad behavior at NBA for a lot of folks.
No, it actually feels like March for a lot of people. We are looking at freeze alerts. We've got frost advisories, freeze warnings. Obviously, this affects vegetation more so than us, but still, it's cold for us, too, across Wisconsin, back through Iowa, into parts of Michigan as well. We've got this stream of cold air pouring in from the north and the northeast, so temperatures running about 5 to 15 degrees below average. Buffalo stuck in the 50s today. Lexington, Kentucky, 55 for a high temperature. That's 24 degrees below average. Chicago will be better than yesterday. We should get out of the 50s and get up into the mid-60s. Going into Sunday, 50s, that's it in Pittsburgh with a high of 59. Bristol, 66 degrees. Washington, D.C., only 62. Same in New York City. Portland, Maine, only 55 degrees. And then as soon as the weekend's over, we get our warmer temperatures back. We're looking at highs back up into the upper 70s in Philadelphia for Tuesday and Wednesday. Richmond's back into the 80s. Cleveland, mid to upper 70s after a high of 73 on Monday. And then Boston will go from 68 on Monday up to 73 on Tuesday to 77 on Wednesday. So warmer weather is coming, I promise. Let's look at the weather across the country. And that's your latest forecast. Back to you guys.
Looking forward to that warm-up you mentioned. All right, thank you, Dylan.
Just ahead right here on this Memorial.
6 teamed up with Oprah Winfrey for the mental health docu-series The Me You Can't See. The two released a town hall episode on Friday where Harry got candid about seeing kids grow up in today's world and being forced to deal with climate change and social media.
And then we're going to...
And hopefully we can. You can catch the full conversation between Harry, Oprah, and mental health experts on Apple TV+. Next, an update on the bite scene around the world. I'm talking about Charlie Bit My Finger, an early viral video that first surfaced on YouTube, if you can believe it, in 2007. It has since become one of the platform's most watched videos ever. And if you have no idea who Charlie is or whose finger he bit or what I'm even talking about, just watch this.
Ah! Oh! Ouch! Ouch! Ouch, Charlie! Ah! Charlie! That really hurt!
I love it. The clip has been viewed more more than 885 million times since 2007. It's so popular, in fact, that earlier this week, Charlie Bit My Finger was sold at auction as a non-fungible token, or NFT. Basically, someone owns now the digital assets. It was bought for $760,000. It was actually deleted from YouTube following the sale. But good news, the boy's father just announced that the new owner will keep the video online because it's a, quote, important part of popular culture, which means you can continue to watch it over and over and over again. And Kristen, I think your mic was open earlier this morning. Did I hear that you didn't know who Charlie was?
I didn't. I had to pull it up, but then my memory was jogged. It is one of the best videos. You've watched it a bunch.
Yeah, meanwhile, Charlie is now 47 using the money to buy a beach house at this point, but he's still doing pretty well with it.
That's true. Who knew? Not a bad sale, that's for sure.
Right.
And finally,
I mean, what could be more important than the attention we pay to our education system?